What is going on, YouTube? AJ here, doing a Let's Play Final Fantasy XI Online Retail Bahamut server. And we just logged in maybe a minute or two ago, and we got the Cipher of Kupufried's alter ego. I was wondering, I was like looking at that, I was like, you know what? That might be good to have. And I didn't know. No, I forget who in... Is it somebody? I think it's somebody in the Metalworks does that. Okay, well, it's area you entered from. I don't know where I entered from. So it is Christmas Day. It's about, what, 7? No, it's 6:40. And it's the first time that we've gotten a chance to do anything today. Spending some time with the family. Quality time. And I'm always a little bit, I wouldn't say always. These hats are so funny. People, I don't know what job this is that has these hats, but I hope I don't level it. It looks like an upside down. Looks like the guy's like, he's like, I have a helmet on that will protect me from battle, but I could also serve like Tostitos and dip at the same time. Okay, so let's sell off. I don't even know. We have a lot of stuff we want to sell off. What I'm also worried about, I'm not sure if I touched on it. I don't think I did last night. But I'm also kind of worried about, and we are going to be crafting, but when we craft, we're just going to go crazy, and we're going to go farm, we're going to farm clusters for that. A lot less space. What I'm worried about now is what I was thinking about is our inventory space once we level Red Mage. Because I know there's going to be like just a lot of stuff, you know, it's just a lot of stuff. Okay, Silent Oil. Did we bought Silent? Yeah, I guess we did. Or did we get that from a meat jerky, cock meat? We don't need that. Like, even if we need some of this stuff, we could just get it again. Okay, that we need. Maybe I should have kept that seashell. I guess we're leaning toward bonecraft, so maybe we do just keep those. Okay, we can get rid of the goblin junk. Okay, now we're at 30. And I believe we're capped at 60. So let's... Well, what we have to do now is... Was it Metalworks? I think it was Metalworks. Wasn't it Metalworks? Like a Toru or something? Well, we're going to do the Delkfutt's Tower climb. Alright. I thought there was some... Helga? No. Helga looks too cool. Yeah, no thanks. Feria? Where? I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I? Alright. I don't know. Is it right in front of me and I'm just not seeing it? Okay. We'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and head up to Juno, talk to Matt. Talk to Matt. Head to Quiffham. Who was it that did the... I think it was actually somebody in Port Bastock, now that I'm thinking about it. So you think you're ready for the next challenge. That's the spirit. You'll never get anything in this world unless you really want it. An Orcish crest, a Kadav crest, and a Yagudo crest. Bring the 3 items to me. I know you could do it, but there's something different about you. I can feel it in my bones. Sorry, I just burped. Muted the mic for that. If it got chopped off there. What was I gonna say before? Yeah. So I was lucky enough to spend the day with, you know, my loving family. I guess what you would call my immediate, just my girlfriend, my kid, and my dogs. And it was a great day. Was a great day. And whenever you hear a lot of these, like, kind of YouTube videos saying, like, oh, I hope you got to spend the day with your loved ones, your family, and your friends. I guess I want to say that, you know, like, if that's what you wanted to do, then definitely I hope that you did. But I was actually talking to my girlfriend, I think last night, about it. And saying that one of them, like, my best Christmases that I've ever had. I think I had just moved, I think I'd just moved to a new state. I've lived in I think six maybe states. Like on my own. I've just like, at one point, like a buddy of mine is like, oh, my uncle's got a job. This is like in my 20s. My uncle's got a job doing HVAC and he needs people to help. You want to come down for the summer? And I was like, yeah, sure. And that was in Baltimore. So I just like moved to Baltimore for like a year. Out of nowhere. I was just like, okay, I got enough gas money, I think. Let's go to Baltimore. But we were talking, and I was like, one of my best Christmases that I've ever had was when I didn't have to do anything. Like, I was just all alone. I was probably playing an MMO. I was probably playing probably Final Fantasy XI, to be honest with you. Wake up at like 10 a.m. Wake up at 10 a.m. and then just play all day. You know, probably at that time, you know, like fast food was open. It's weird now. After coronavirus, like nothing's open. It doesn't seem like anything's open anymore during like, well, nothing's open 24 hours or the holidays anymore. When people used to fight about it, like, oh no, we're open 24 hours a day on Christmas Day, come shop. It's like, But I do miss the 24-hour supermarkets. They just don't exist anymore. And I don't see how they were, to be honest, I don't really see how they were that feasible to begin with. Even though there's like the employee cost was always low because there's only just like 1 or 2 people in the building. You had to do the self-checkout and all that crap. But yeah, when I was there was nothing better than that. When I was bartending, get off at 4 in the morning on a Saturday and head to a local grocery store and do your shopping, and nobody was in the store, and it was wondrous. I loved grocery shopping when nobody was in the store. So yeah, if you spend time with your family and loved ones today on Christmas Day, I'm very happy. If you wanted nothing to do with that and you got your time to just have a free day to yourself with no worries in the world, you know, I'm very happy for you too as well, because that sounds pretty good too. I think when I was single at I have no idea what that is. I think when I was single, maybe like 7 years ago. I remember people were like, "Oh, what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have any plans." And they were like, "Oh," and people like would feel bad, and they were like, "Oh, you should come over our house." And I'm like, "No, that sounds terrible. I bought myself a turkey. I bought myself the sides that I want to eat." Have you ever been to like Thanksgiving and you're like, you go there, and there are like 10 sides, and you're like, why are you all making this weird stuff? I don't want to eat this. And I just bought myself, I actually bought myself a big turkey that year. I think it was like 15, 16 pounds for one person. Oh, cutscene. Forgot. First time in Delkfutt's tower. Yeah, bought myself my sides that I wanted. I think I got myself maybe a bottle of Captain, and I had some Captain and Cokes. And I just enjoyed Thanksgiving by myself. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I had some people, I think some people came over after they're done with their stuff with their families. Listen up, adventurers. You're to keep clear of Delkfutt's tower. That's an order. Judging by your gear there, Wolfgang, I think I'm higher level than you. So yes, I'm an advocate of doing what you like. Do what makes you happy. It's not a crime to if last minute you're like, I just don't really want to go to Christmas at Grandma's house. It's okay to say, oh, I'm not feeling well. I'm coming down with something. I don't want to get everybody else sick. And just stay home in your sweatpants and lay on the couch and play some Final Fantasy XI or do whatever you want to do. Have fun. Do what you want to do. The northern line, the flow of energy has begun to reverse. That's impossible. Is that it? I thought that one was. I was gonna say. I think this one is Bahamut coming out of the sea or something. Yeah. Yeah, I remember for the time, this was a pretty sweet cinematic. But then again, for the time, there were people that, you know, like you would try to get a XP party going in Delkfutt's tower, and half your party would be stuck in this cutscene. Come on, guys. Trying to kill gobs here. Children of Vanadiel, I, Bahamut, ruler of the skies and name of the server, have come to deliver you a warning. The time has come, the arrival of the Keeper of the Apocalypse is near. Come forth, my minions, let the blood of the gods spill forth in the soil of their creation. So I was nervous. I was really, really nervous when I saw that, like, cutscene the first time that I played 11. Because I thought that they were going to make Bahamut like a level 30, like, boss. Because I remember getting that cutscene at, like, level 25. I was like, why am I getting a Bahamut cutscene? You know, he's supposed to be, like, put him toward the end, please. I don't want him to be like a level 30 where a monk with 100 fists can just beat him up. Why do we have to wait out here? What do you think they? What do they think we are, door boys? It's like they don't trust us. Quiet, soldier. You were ordered to stand by, not whine like a child. Sir, yes, sir. But what really is going on in there? Why did the society call for our assistance? Ooh, take that, Wolfgang. I remember I did love that armor, though, when I, back in early retail. I forget what that one's called. Captain, the door. I like that one better than the... I like that one a lot better. The first time I saw it, I thought it was Paladin AF. And I like it better than Paladin AF. I just think it's like a really, really good-looking design. Follow me and keep on guard. Oh yeah, no, we're nowhere near done. I think I'm going to title this video Cutscene. Christmas Cutscene. What the hell happened here? Are there any survivors? Captain! What is it, soldier? I've found someone. He's just a boy. Again. Final Fantasy XI and their evil boys. He's still breathing. If we could revive him, he might be able to tell us what in Vanadiel happened here. What are your orders, sir? Get me Monbur. Someone call the infirmary. Okay. So, survival guide. Cool. Alright, I think I do have flea, right? There we go. Probably going to try to use flea as much as possible in here. Sounds like my kid is for the last hour and a half. He's just kind of been whining, and it's because he's tired. That's the only reason. He's just tired. And we tried to put him down for a nap, but he didn't want to go down for a nap, which is actually probably good because maybe he'll go to bed by 8. If he goes to bed by 8, and then like he'll probably sleep till 8 in the morning. I wish I could say that about the puppy. The puppy woke me up last night. So last night I made my last video. I forgot what time I made it. I was a little tipsy last night. I think probably around midnight. And then I uploaded it and went to bed. It was about midnight. So I went to bed at I was asleep by 1 a.m. And I think it was like 3:30 in the morning that the puppy first woke up. It's like, okay, she's crying, bring her out. So take the puppy out, put her back in the crate, go back to sleep. I think it was then that was like, I think that was 2:45ish. I want to say the first time. Then at like 4:30, she started crying again, so I had to take her out again. And then at 8 o'clock in the morning, she started crying because it's breakfast time for the dogs. And in a rare instance, my girlfriend had stayed up later than I did. Because I'd bought her something. I bought her a purse for Christmas. But I wanted to get her something else, and I didn't want to get her a gift card, so I was like, hey, like let's figure out something that we could get you. And I'm like, just find something you want and I'll buy it for you. So she gets really excited when I say that, so she'll spend tens, if not hundreds of hours just looking at websites on stuff she wants to buy. I mean, she does it all the time anyway. I think she figures this time it's like, oh, if he's telling me I could go big. Which is fine. I mean, I'm my financial. We talked about money. We talked about money a few episodes ago, and I'm in a strange predicament because of the stupid student loan forgiveness. Because we had talked about having an emergency fund. And I do have an emergency fund, but that emergency fund was also me saving up to pay off my student loans. So my emergency fund is the exact amount of my student loans. Now, if they get forgiven, I have my emergency fund. If they don't get forgiven, then I have to buckle down and build an emergency fund from the start, but it's not too bad. I mean, like I said on that video, I'm a saver. Like, I like saving. It's like addictive. Like you said, you give yourself a budget for the 2-week pay period, and I almost make it a game to see how much like under budget I could be. But it would be very, very nice if they happen to. Even if they... Okay, so here's I will give you my replacement for student loan forgiveness. Here's what I would do. Because I do think that student loans are predatory. I wasn't given the information that I was provided when I was that young. Like the terms and all that. It just wasn't. I'm sure it was legally okay, but it wasn't clear. And I'm sure that, like, everybody who took out student loans would say the same thing, that, like, wow, this is a lot different than I thought it would be. And then I didn't, when I signed those documents, I had no idea. Like, I had no idea about, like, any of the kind of, like, the interest kind of stuff to it. I figured they were government student loans. These are government student loans. They're not going to try to F me, right? Like they're not going to try to, just bend me over and get everything they can out of me. It's beneficial to the country to have an educated populace, I thought. So they'll make the loans and they'll do, a small interest rate. Like, this is in my head. This is what I'm thinking. Obviously not true. What I would do instead of, if they can't eliminate, obviously, like, it would be nice if they eliminated them, but I'm not, first of all, I'm not holding my breath. Second of all, if they don't, I'm not going to be upset. What I would like to see, though, is, okay, how about then you just pay your, the original balance. We'll wipe out all of the interest. And that would be fine, because for me, I'm in the thousands of dollars of interest. So if I could save a couple thousand just on interest because they were, like, and again, like stuff like forbearance, and I know they tell you at the time that you're going through forbearance that you're going to get charged interest, but I mean, like, just the sheer amount that's charged to you. And if you have to go through forbearance, it's not because you're like, hey guys, I want to go and go to Cabo for the week, so I'm not going to make my student loan payments. Put me on forbearance. No, you're not doing that. You're doing it because you're probably unemployed or underemployed, and you can't afford the damn payments. I think I got turned around when I'm talking. I think I'm going the right way. No, I think I have to go that way. I think I go that way. So yeah, just take off all the interest you charged on me. And then I'd pay my student loans off in the next day. That'd be great. I think a lot of people would benefit from that too. Like, you hear like stories. Like, I've read stories about it where it's and I don't feel bad. I forget, I think I watched a stupid documentary. It's probably a Dave Ramsey documentary. And it was like an orthodontist. And I was like, I don't feel bad. I'm sorry, buddy, I don't feel bad for you. You're an orthodontist. I'm sure you have super high student loans, but you probably make about $400,000 a year, so I don't feel too bad for you, bud. But I think his interest alone was like $3,000 a month. Just interest, not even like the payment. And it's like, Jesus. There really should just be and I know it would probably put a lot of people out of work if they did this. But there really should just be okay, here. It's going to take you $100,000 to get your 4-year degree. We're going to give you $100,000 and you need to pay us back like $130,000. How about that? Like, and then it's just set in stone. Just give it to me set in stone. Don't give me like, well, the interest rate and the APR and all this, it changed and now you have to do this and pay this much. It's just also predatory. That's why if I don't have to have a loan to buy something, I definitely won't. We watched, me and my girlfriend, I'm not sure if I talked about it that day that we watched it. We watched a documentary on a payday lender. And he's trying to come off as like the hero in the documentary, yet he's like the villain, and he just doesn't realize it, I think. And those people were like in the hundreds of percentage of interest. It's like, here, borrow $10 from us. By next Tuesday, you'll owe us $60. Just insane. Insane stuff. And again, it's not hurting anybody other than the people that can't afford to get hurt. You know, like it's the CEO of the company is not going to a payday lender to get his car payment. Gotta make sure my car payment's there on time. Let me go to the Check Cash USA down the street. No, it's the people that work at Molly Maid or Brazilian Clean and they can't afford to put dinner on the table. They didn't clean enough houses or something. Those are the people that get hurt. Yeah, that guy. Oh, that guy in that documentary, though, he was scum-y. And he was, like, crying because they, like, in the end, I'm going to ruin the documentary for you. In the end, he gets caught. And he gets arrested for scamming people, basically. And he's sitting there, like, crying about his Porsche getting taken by the government. The government's taking all my Porsches. All of my Porsches. Sorry for your luck, bro. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our trusts when we get up here. That COP cutscene takes a long time, huh? Oh, didn't they change it to where there is there a, what do you call it right here too? A home point? I thought there was a home point like right here. No, huh? Maybe there's a home point downstairs. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay, what are we doing? Pretty sure we'd solo this at 60, but why not bring the gang out? Is somebody in here killing? Okay, no. Mimis. No axe. Oh, do I want to kill all of these? Ah, yes. The spiral staircase. Spiral staircase of doom. Okay, is that a key item now or something? Yeah, cool. I was wondering about that. Because I think there was a time where you had to hold the key in your inventory. The spiral staircase. Of doom, of course. Oh, the nice thing too is, like I said, I've said this in a bunch of videos, so I'm just repeating myself if you're just watching this as your first one. I just moved into my house, my current house, back in July. Our neighbors, we have a nice older couple that lives next to us, like across the street. They left some sort of like super thin, like kind of crisp Christmas cookie. Like it's kind of big. It's probably like an 8-inch kind of circle, and covered in powdered sugar. And they just left that on our doorstep with like a little card. So that was nice. Friendly neighbors are the best. Door is firmly shut. Okay, so I took a chance and I was wrong. How about, I think that one's the Sandoria, this one I'm going to. It's going to be the last one I choose because why not? Yep. Oh, he's taking a nap. Ung. Who are you? Not an enemy at any rate. I'm glad you found me. I'm Ambassador Altair from Bastok. What? You were sent on a mission from the for the embassy? I see. My apologies. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have to come to such a dangerous place. I should never have let my guard down. I was struck from behind, and the next thing I knew, I woke up here. I shudder to think at what would have happened to me if you hadn't come. I can think of, well, you're in a prison cell with Gigas. I know what would have happened. This place is dangerous, but not only because of the monsters. I sense something more ominous in the air. In any case, we should get out of here as soon as possible. I can find my way out. Come meet me at the embassy when you can. All right. I don't know what's up there. Is that new? I don't know. I remember I was desperate for... I don't know what I was desperate for, but I remember... I think it may have been like an alchemy thing. But I think there was, what? Aren't there like magic urns or something right here? I would just kind of sit here and farm them. Hey, even got the name right. Yeah, I would just farm these two for doll shard, not doll shards, whatever they give. I think that whatever they drop gives, like, makes Sermet chunks. I am surprised. I thought there would be a home point somewhere in there. So we are going to... I think with that one, like, cutscene, ate up a lot of our time. The COP one, I think we are just about an hour, maybe a little bit under, but it sounds like the kiddo is just done with his bath. So I'm going to call it an episode right here. We're going to end up in Relude. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I definitely enjoyed making it. Until next time, take it easy, folks. Thanks a lot. Bye.